What's up YouTube? My name's Max and this is my affirmation video from a book through the Napoleon Hill Foundation, 3 Feet from Gold. And this is chapter 18, and this is Courage to Succeed. As again I said, this is my affirmation video, so if I repeat it in my head, it's in my head, so I'm just going to go ahead and repeat it here. You can see all my other videos, it's the same thing over and over again. It's just my affirmation video, so you can go ahead and just listen. This is chapter 18, The Courage to Succeed. After what could be the shortest taxi trip to his career, a mere 8 blocks, he arrived at the small hotel near the airport in Atlanta, Georgia, where he had set to meet with the next interview when he was heading back home. Just as he was getting out of the taxi, the cell phone rang. "I think it's me." A cheerful female clipped through the receiver. "I'm in the lobby, ready when you are right away." I could sense that this encounter may be special. He had never been spoken with this person before and had already been begun saying, "It's me, Generation Boss, and this is the creator and founder of the magazine, of which is Blinked, in which is a female leader, whereas the business publications on the things that are primary into the perspective in which you wanted to break the mold and provide a new voice in which are today's." This is just out of my journal too that I wrote here. So I'm just affirming the book twice. I forgot to mention that. I just wanted to show you here. You see, you just write it. I just wrote it down. Anyways, generation of women. As she approached him in the lobby, Greg shook her hand and said, "Hi, hi, hi, I'm so high, and I'm so high and above." And what she responded in the interviews, and which has been over the years, and is the one which has been most excited and participated in, and which is Think and Grow, which is in 16 years, and which has changed my life, and working with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, on which I knew would be a part of. My co-author is a fan of yours in return. In fact, she was written for the magazine, and which was excellent. This is just so excellent. This is actually perfect. That's really actually perfect. But anyways, and she explained in a loud fact that it couldn't help but around the lobby. See, this is just my affirmation video, so you say whatever I want. As long as I repeat it and I know what I'm saying, that's all that matters to me. I can never go wrong. I don't know, man. Anyways, let me continue with the story. Couldn't help but look around the lobby and see what else might be heard here, and which the series was incredible. It's a whole series, which was family first and the entrepreneurial project, and we were really hit home, and we were changed away, and we look at finances, and we got on the line and offer. I say a lot of words, so I wonder how I say a lot of words. I wonder how that will work out. And offer to pull it out, and his phone speed dial, and then a loudspeaker button. "Sharon, it's me. I've got someone with which you are meeting here and it is scheduled." And by which, boss, I would immediately go to the telephone, which is in a minute, and I seem that it is eternity, and we talk like old high school friends in a cheerleading squad, and we're holding up the phone that became tired of holding his arm, into which he continued to the conversation. "Do you remember?" In which you're interrupting the dialogue in which we are teaching financial literacy in schools. "I'm sorry, as we went down the business, shall we let us intervene here and get in your way? But my lessons here I will teach, and I will begin years back in a software industry. I worked with a little startup business, and in those days, you can't keep up. You'll never be able to keep up. I'm already 100. And money, and many new ventures, and which we need capital, and which we are doing every day. And when we get the bug and mumming that we are at a different angle, and the loudspeaker, in which I mean are the companies or action processes are offering and keeping discounts to outweigh the competition. They were competing in the same sandbox to speak, slashing profits to gain sales from the same people of customers. As common sense would tell you, the margins got smaller and smaller by the minute. And what could we do? I decided instead to look at on which we were in the backyard and nobody else selling a product in the foreign market, and I spent the time setting up the vendors in which we were doing the market in the countries, and it would be great. It's so good it's great. Where others were slashing their profits, or even worse, than the venture capitalists just sold rights in the company, and this what gave us the leverage to keep growing while capturing the global market at the same time. While capturing the global market at the same time. While capturing the global market at the same time. When others caught on to what we were doing, it was too late. It was too late. It was too late. I'm so far ahead. We already courted the industry. That's what's terrific, Sharon said. Let me ask you something. This project we are working on is an overcoming challenge. It is overcoming, and we have been conquered, and we are on the road to success. And I had asked a simple question, and really what's about from this, and I can handle the worst case scenario, and I answer for which I am always smiling at anyone with an eye shot, and you may fumble with your notepad and write it down, and that is the worst thing that could happen, because as I have written it here, in which the idea for a new magazine, in which in pausing the moment I assumed expression, and I am creating my own story as I am reading these lines. Isn't that great? Both for a good, in which seems like the most magazines out there that we were targeted towards women, in which were trades called trash, and you know that's the one that was filled with gossiping and rumor. I wanted to break the hope and shatter the mirror. And that long distance voice required, yes, a mentor of a meteor of, wow. It's here that we ourselves and our reflections in the world see us a return, so I shatter the way in which women are portrayed in real life. From that newsstand print I appeared, in which are only capable of picking on fashion, and in which, no, it's ridiculous. And I thought that most magazines, and we were here for a reason, and I understand it's been nice, and there's no such thing as missing a beat, and this is my point in becoming more than just administrative assistants and representatives, and I which intend a women can have a whole package. A feminine side, being a force to reckon with in the workplace like Captain Marvel. We do have to lose our feminine energy and compete with the boys back to the challenges which are interjected that boss had to offer and which was expected. Did you have challenges during the climb to the top? Of course we all do. She said in a matter of fact in a tone of dissension, which is another piece of great wisdom coming. Great reached for his pad once more and wrote, in which said to be next. Secret is never let mistakes define who you are. We all have setbacks and roadblocks in life. Yet for some reason, women tend to be more personable than men, and no less than $200 million. This is an expensive lesson with a bonus of more than $200 million. She tends to carry out with a luggage, and we go into freedom, in which we have learned our lessons and absolutely perfectly seated here, and from which we are in a far distance. Assuming you did everything you could to make it right. It's the only way to move forward. One of the best favorite things of life is to read The Power of Decision by Raymond Charles Barker, in which it says not making a decision is a decision to fail or to live the law of averages, or average. Immediately Sharon asked another question: how does adjustment play a role in your world? I mean, does the game plan change? It sure does. The source goes for anything in life, and I look at the Rubik's Cube, which keeps twisting it until it comes into a combination or appreciation of the responses, which is in the conversations. Which is a deeper question, and for which boss has done play a role in the life, and the question there is a rapid antidote, in which gave to a reply, and it was similarly stated throughout, in which was a great interview and everything in an amount of faith or lack of there, which is the difference between success and failure, and it is as simple, and once tapped into faith, you will find the strength to make all things possible. Now let me take it back to the future. That was chapter 18, The Courage to Succeed, in the book 3 Feet from Gold through the Napoleon Hill Foundation. This is just my affirmation video. I'm Max, and I'm out.